Case of Cassidy Rainwater's disappearance became even more involved when the cabin belonging to one of the men charged with her kidnapping burned to the ground. Thanks for joining us. I'm Heather Lewis.
I'm Steve Savard. We're bringing you team coverage of the investigation in Dallas County, which begins on the property covered with what's left of the burned down home. Reporter Ashley Eddy leads our team coverage tonight.
This is what remains after the fire from Monday night. The sunlight now showing us what the Dallas County Sheriff's Office tells us is a total loss. Officials say this home of alleged kidnapper James Phelps burned to the ground and a bomb squad was called in. Now let's show you the scene from late Monday night. Officials with the Missouri Department of Public Safety say help from the Division of Fire Safety was requested by the Dallas County Sheriff's Office for a cause and origin investigation. But that's not all. Springfield City officials confirmed the city's bomb squad was called in to investigate after a Dallas County deputy found something that resembled a tripwire. Officials say the bomb squad arrived around 1:30 in the morning and detonated an explosive device near the area of the fire. Springfield City officials say they don't have any further information, only that they responded at the request of the Sheriff's Office. We've office to try to get some more information behind this fire. We'll be sure to keep you updated with all the latest information. Reporting from Dallas County, Ashley Eddy, Ozarks First.
James Phelps and Timothy Norton, the two men accused of kidnapping Cassidy Rainwater, were seen for the first time in a courtroom this afternoon.
Bailey Stroll is in the courtroom today. She's live at the Dallas County Courthouse to detail what happened in front of the judge.
Heather and Steve, both James Phelps and Timothy Norton were here today. They were seen through video conference from the jails that they are at, and we'll show you that footage in just a few seconds. But the hearing itself here at the Dallas County Courthouse was pretty quick, only lasted a few minutes. The judge quickly setting a date for a preliminary hearing for both of them next month.
Mr. Norton, are you able to hear us?
Criminal hearings in Dallas County today bring new video of James Phelps and Timothy Norton from jail. More than 2 weeks since the two were arrested, accused of kidnapping Cassidy Rainwater. Judge Lisa Henderson spoke with each of their public defenders this afternoon, with all agreeing to meet here again next month.
Mr. Norton, we're setting your case for preliminary hearing on November 5th, and that will be at 9:30 a.m. We'll see you here in the courtroom on that date. That's all I have for you today, sir. Thank you.
Charging documents say Phelps and Norton were holding Cassidy's property on Moon Valley Road near Wendyville. With no word on Cassidy's whereabouts, rumors coming from the tight-knit community are now spreading across county lines.
I feel like they're kind of taking the story and running with it and maybe making it hyped up to more than what it really is. But I also feel like if law enforcement and others would give us more information, then maybe they wouldn't have to resort to that kind of filling in.
Savannah Williams lives in Urbana. She says she moved to Dallas County to get away from violence in Kansas City.
Everything was quiet, and I thought moving to the country was going to be the best fit. Now, I don't want to go back to the city, but I feel like I might have made a bad choice.
Williams says a lack of information coming from authorities still investigating leads an entire community to speculate.
And then all of a sudden, like, I'm hearing about a guy who's got women locked up and possible torture, and I don't understand what makes people get like that.
That's all the information I have for everyone tonight. We do know that Phelps is currently being held here in the Dallas County Jail, and Norton is being held at the Greene County Jail in Springfield. And again, both will be back in court here at the Dallas County Courthouse on November 5th for a preliminary hearing. Reporting from Buffalo, Bailey Stroll, Ozarks First.
Disturbing case right here. This is Cassidy Rainwater. Cassidy Rainwater, the missing Missouri woman who was allegedly kidnapped in the Ozarks and kept in a cage, has ties to the Kansas City area. She is listed as a freshman in a 2003 yearbook from Harrisonville High School in Cass County, though she is not pictured. A Facebook page created in November under the name Cassidy Rainwater says she was living in Boulder, Colorado, and was from Harrisonville, Missouri. Rainwater, 33, was officially reported missing to the Dallas County Sheriff's Office in late August. In mid-September, the FBI's Kansas City office received an anonymous tip from a person who shared photos, including one of what appeared to be Rainwater's partially nude body inside a cage. The tip prompted an investigation that led to charges filed against James Phelps, 58, who lived in a rural area near Windyville, and Timothy Norton, 56. Both are accused of kidnapping Rainwater and facilitating a felony, inflicting injury, and terrorizing. The case is drawing national attention, with more speculation than facts about what happened to Rainwater. Adding to the intrigue is that Rainwater's mother, Teresa, disappeared when Cassie was 18. Wawash, I don't know how to say that, sorry guys, whose maiden name was Rainwater, according to online records, was reported missing in April 2007 in LaSalle County. Sorry. She was 43 and was last seen in Lebanon, east of Windyville. Her then boyfriend, Leonard Couch, told authorities that she had possibly gone searching for arrowheads and never returned. Media reports from May 2008 says a farmer spreading fertilizer found a shoe and human remains, including teeth scattered in his field. Then the county sheriff, Richard Wrinkle, said at the time that anthropologists never found any signs of trauma on the bones, which were later identified as Cassie's mom. No charges were ever filed in the case. Couch died in February. During the investigation into Rainwater's disappearance, the sheriff's sergeant Leonard that Phelps was the last person to have contact with her. Court records show Phelps told the sergeant that Rainwater had been staying with him until she could get back on her feet, and that she had been talking about going to Colorado. Phelps also told the investigator that about a month earlier, Rainwater had left in the middle of the night and met a vehicle at the end of the driveway, and he had not seen or heard from her since. Rainwater is still officially reported as missing, and authorities have released scant information about the case. And that has only fueled the speculation and sensational details about what may have happened to Phelps' home on 386 Moon Valley Road. After the FBI shared the anonymous tip with the Dallas County authorities, the sergeant returned to Phelps' property, arrested him, and seized his cell phone. Court records said it contained 7 photos of Rainwater in a partially nude state being held in a cage within Phelps' residence at 386 Moon Valley Road in Lebanon, Missouri, within Dallas County. Officers then identified Timothy Norton as a person connected with the case. In an interview on September 19th, court records say he told them that he was an over-the-road trucker and that he lived in his truck all the time. In a follow-up interview the next day, Norton confessed that he knew that Rainwater was being held at Phelps' home, according to the affidavit. Sick people. Norton also said that on July 24th, Phelps had contacted him to come to Philip's home. And when he got there, he physically restrained Rainwater by holding her down for a substantial period of time, the document says. The mystery deepened on Monday night when Phelps' home burned to the ground. Conveniently. Fire crews discovered what appears to be a makeshift tripwire and called in the Springfield Fire Department's bomb squad, which early Tuesday morning detonated an incendiary device. I sure hope they find her. This case has been absolutely insane. It's crazy. There's enough information to go, wow, what the F? But there's not a lot of information to know, if they've found her or anything. I just know it's, pretty convenient that all of a sudden their house burns to the ground in the middle of a wooded area. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. It's a very disturbing story about Cassidy Rainwater from around the Ozarks of Missouri. Cassidy Rainwater, who was officially reported missing in late August, was kept in a cage in the Missouri Ozarks near Windyville. Two men, James D. Phelps, 58, and Timothy Norton, 56, are charged with kidnapping Rainwater and facilitating a felony, inflicting injury and terrorizing, according to court records. Phelps' cell phone contained 7 photos